Hi everyone. In this brief screencast, I'm going to demonstrate how to get started with the MiCollab mobile app using my iPhone. To begin, I've already launched the MiCollab app and I've already configured it to work with Glenbrook Server. The first item I'd like to point out is to the right side, you'll notice a notch that's in green. I'm going to take my cursor here and just circle around it. This notch controls your smartphone settings. By this, you'll notice that soft phone says currently disabled. It means that as calls come into my desk phone number, they will not currently ring on my iPhone like a normal call would ring. In order to allow that feature to function and to allow me to make calls outbound, whether it be to a Glenbrook extension or to another person in Glenview or Northbrook, I have to use the toggle right below soft phone and enable it. In just a few moments, once you click that toggle, your soft phone will be enabled. And now calls that come into your phone will show up just like a normal call would. If you want to turn off the feature, such as at the end of the day, you can simply navigate to that green pullout to the right and toggle off the soft phone. As long as the soft phone is disabled, you will not receive calls coming in at any point in time. Again, I'm going to enable it, and then I'm just going to click outside so I can get back to my main area. Our next feature I want to point out is imagine this home screen as your dashboard on your phone, where you can create a variety of presets or speed dials. To add a speed dial, you can either use the big plus icon that's in the middle of the screen, or you can click these three dots in the upper right-hand corner and you'll have some different options. The most common option is to add a contact. I'm going to select add a contact, and I'm going to search for Ryan Manley. I'm just going to type in Manley, and you'll notice that Ryan and Stephanie pop up here. I'm going to select Ryan Manley, and then I'm also going to look for Dr. Johns. I'll search Johns, and here's Dr. Johns. I'll select him. And then I'm also going to select Tariq Beg. I'll search for Tariq. There's Tariq. Once I'm done with all of the contacts I'd like to add, I can go ahead and click Done. And now these individuals, after the system loads, will show up right on my home screen. Adding them to your home screen allows you to quickly tap their name, and then you'll get a few different options. The most common option is to call them, which I'm circling right here with my mouse. And then it'll initiate a phone call. To end that phone call, I'm going to click the hang up button. Okay. When you start receiving phone calls, you'll also see them in your inbox. Those will be calls that you have successfully received or that you might have missed. It's kind of a quick snapshot of some of those calls that are coming into you. If you want to see your complete call history, we have another slider panel on the left-hand side. It shows up as blue here. I'm just going to pop it out. And here are a variety of more options for us to leverage. To get started, let's start right from the top. So we've seen what the home screen looks like. If we want to take a look at our contacts, you'll notice that the MiCollab app has groups, personal, and corporate. Personal, if you've given MiCollab the permission to see your contacts on your personal phone, that will show all of those contacts. The most common feature, though, that most staff members will be using is the corporate directory. So I'll select corporate, and here you will see all of the individuals who have been added to the MiCollab system, or at least have started to be configured for that system. One of the unique things about the contact list is it's alphabetical, but it's alphabetical by first name. So if I was looking for Dr. Johns, I wouldn't type in J for Johns, I would type in C for Charles. And then I can scroll down through here and I'll see Charles Johns right there. I can then select Charles Johns, and here's his profile. And here we have that option to call him. You might be seeing a few different things here that say out of the office, while other individuals might say in the office or status unknown. All of these status indicators are based on what individuals have set up in their soft phone settings. To see what status you might have listed, again, I'm going to select the green status indicator. And here you'll notice that mine says available, but I could set another option such as do not disturb, gone for the day, or I could manage status and add some additional statuses if I want. Some folks choose to use that status feature while others don't, such as myself. It's just another enhancement to allow people to know just by looking at a directory if you're available or not available. I'm going to go back and again, just highlighting here, select my blue slider on the left-hand side. And we're going to skip over chat. That's a feature that we really haven't enabled just yet. And I'm going to go to call history. Here in my call history, we have a few different tabs, if you will, at the top of the screen. It lets me see my outbound calls, my inbound calls, calls that I've rejected, if you will, or a total call history. I've actually purposely cleared my call history so I can demonstrate how easy it is to do. Here you'll notice there's the call outbound that I made to Dr. Johns and also a call outbound that I made to Ryan Manley. Few different things to notice here. First and foremost, I have a timestamp for when that call was made, but you'll notice here there's a green check mark next to Ryan Manley's icon, and that means that currently his mobile app and soft phone are enabled, which means I can make a call and it will access him wherever he might be. Whereas right now, Dr. Johns' extension has a white emblem with just the green phone, which means that he's not currently connected with his soft phone. If you need to clear your contact history or clear your recent call history, there are those three dots in the upper right-hand corner. I can select those and I can delete one or delete all. Plenty of options. Another option you have is if I want to click on one of those phone calls, such as I just clicked on Dr. Johns' phone call, it will bring up their profile and you'll see everything that's configured in the system. And if you wanted to repeat that phone call, you can quickly hit the telephone button and you can initiate that call again. I'm going to navigate back to my call history and again navigate down to our tool options in the left-hand corner. The next feature I'd like to just point out real quickly is the voicemail option. This, as you receive voicemails, they will appear here on this tab and you'll have the ability to listen to them, delete them, or forward them in an email to another user. I'm going to select my tool option one more time on the left-hand side. A very important option, the dial pad. You do have the ability to dial an outbound number here. Important concept, you do not need to dial 8 prior to the area code in the number. So if I was to dial my desk phone, I don't need to dial 847. I simply can dial 847-486-4745 and I can reach my desk. Or if you are calling an internal extension, just like you would from your desk, you can just type in the extension 4745. That also works if you're wanting to contact the voicemail system or contact anyone else internally. If you access the dial pad and your soft phone is not enabled, it will prompt you to enable your soft phone. Again, we'll look one more time at our sidebar here and just talk about the settings, which is our last option. The settings have a variety of options. General, you will recall when you set up your smartphone using the web browser that allows you to access that QR code and self-deployment. And there's a few other options here that you might want to consider. The one that I want to point out most importantly is factory reset. If for some reason you're having difficulty with your soft phone, hitting factory reset will give you a prompt to delete your profile from this app and allow you to re-log in and reinitiate your settings. We haven't had to use that very often, but just wanted to point that out that that's here. All right, I'm going to go back and select my home option. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. The MiCollab app is a very powerful tool that continues to receive routine updates from Mitel. As these updates are applied in our system, we'll be sure to notify all of our staff members about the new features you might find useful. If you have any questions or need further assistance using your soft phone or the MiCollab service, most certainly reach out to the help desk at helpdesk@glenbrook225.org. Thanks so much and have a great rest of the day.